Hi, we're here today to discuss the shadow that we saw at Tutbury Castle. And what I love about this piece of evidence is that I saw the shadow first, and I'm no medium. And then I had to point out the shadow to Derek himself, didn't I?
You did, you grabbed my arm. I was looking elsewhere.
Yeah.
I was concentrating on other things. And you basically spun me round, and I looked, and you said, "You can see the shadow?" And I said, "Yes, I can." And I'm thinking, that's tall, and I can see it's the shape of a man. And it just stopped me in my tracks at first. But I was amazed when I looked at your face.
Yeah.
And then the realisation came in that you were pointing it out to me. And that to me is very, very important. It's all very well a medium saying they've seen his shadow.
Yep.
And other people who were there, who were non-medium, say, well, yeah, I can or I can't. But the wonderful thing is, the reaction from you was just unbelievable. And inside me, what was going on, I'm going, oh my God, we've actually caught a spirit man and a big man on camera for the first time.
I was frightened, I really was, because
you
it was
see that,
big and it was menacing, wasn't it? This menacing stuff. And when we caught it on the camera, it was like it knew that we caught it, and it stopped.
Yeah.
And then it came towards us.
Yeah, it was like as if it was looking at us, listening to us.
Listening to what we were saying.
Because it was something like 20 seconds before the
Yeah.
movement. And I think it was the movement that shook us all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wasn't it, Joe?
Yeah, well, I heard the footsteps while I was in the opposite room, which was the king's bedroom.
Yeah.
And the footsteps that I could hear, but they were in the same time as what must have been happening with this shadow.
Yeah.
And
you heard his movement.
And we did a sweep afterwards with the camera.
Yeah, yeah.
And we couldn't recreate it.
Yeah, yeah. And, also, talking about the texture of the atmosphere, was this caught in night vision? No. Was this caught in... The truth of the matter is, from what I remember, it wasn't late on in the evening, was it?
No.
Okay, there were curtains covering, but no light that I can remember.
No.
No.
So how could a shadow be deflected off someone physical when there's not that light to produce it?
However, Carl has the boom, he's on sound.
Yeah.
So you would have seen the boom.
Yeah.
And then Eddie with the camera, you would have seen the camera, and then us lot, well, we were moving anyway, weren't we?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you were us two anyway.
Yeah, I was just thrilled for us all, because in all the years that I've been doing investigations, that to me is the pinnacle of all what's transpired. Nothing like that in any of the other shows that I've ever done. And I was just thrilled that spirit man chose to show himself to us, and also to actually see him walk off and go through the wall.
Yeah, and then Sean hear that.
Yeah,
That footsteps.
he's heard the
It's
footsteps.
like we all had a piece of that
It
experience.
happened. It was bang, 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 and it was like it was walking around the room.
Yeah, which it was. And it's funny because after not being there very long, I was aware of this man. I didn't know how menacing he was going to be, or could he be. I just knew his presence was there, and he was following us round as we moved from one area to another.
Yeah, because we walked round, didn't I? And I asked you, didn't I?
You did.
And you said that to me.
Yeah, and so basically, there he was. In my book as a medium, what it tells me is we were so fortunate on that day that a spirit man has decided he wanted to do that for us in virtually daylight.
Yeah.
Come on, the evidence, to me.
Another point that I was amazed with was when we finished that segment, we went outside to shoot another bit.
Yeah.
It's getting confirmation
From
off one
Leslie.
of the staff, Leslie Smith.
Oh, yes.
And she didn't know what we saw.
She didn't. And so she asked a couple of questions, didn't she?
Yeah.
And then when we said what we said, she had something like, oh, yes,
Yeah.
she said. And then she told us
And then we was,
that this person had been seen
talking.
before, but never captured on film.
And she was made up when
She
we
was,
told her
wasn't
that
she?
it was captured on film.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah,
was. She
yeah.
was.
And Leslie's a very honest woman, and as you know her now, and she was just thrilled for the Past Hunters to be the first to capture this man on film. And to me, I'm still thinking about it to this day. You?
Oh, I am.
I have seen shadowy figures before in investigations, but nothing like this.
As bold.
Yeah, I mean, you see a shadow, and it could be a spirit person. But what this spirit person did for us was to let us see him virtually looking at us and staying in the one spot, and then suddenly, right, they've seen me, I'm off.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a good piece of footage.
It was fantastic.
Brilliant.
We were all thrilled with it. And as I say, I'm still reeling to this day. And no one bets, Sean, will ever stand in front of me and say, that wasn't reality. That wasn't the spirit person.
And I'm glad it didn't come into the room I was in. Instead of walking around as a shadow.
Otherwise, Sean would have been off.
Yeah, totally. But no, and looking back at the rest of that investigation, there's some wonderful good stuff, wasn't there?
Some really good evidence.
Lots of activity that night, wasn't there?
When people see the programme and they see it,
They were blown away.
yeah. And it's just amazing to see, you know, all of us, right down to the cameraman, the sound man, all experiencing exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
And all voicing, I suppose, afterwards their opinion about it.
Yeah.
And everyone was really taken by it. So and we're all thrilled, aren't we?
We're very thrilled.
It's like as they've been frozen in time when children go over to the world of spirit.
Sorry?
What did you say?
Shadow?
Where?
Over there?
See it, yes, look at this. Now, is that one of the cameraman's
Are you
silhouettes?
picking that up?
I can see a shadow.
Carl, move.
There's certainly a shadow there. Certainly a shadow.
That's a shadow, isn't it?
But it looks like as if this person's got his hands like this.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Oh,
moving!
it's moving, it's moving.
God!
It's gone.